tres, cuatro.
Hello, everybody, and this is Under the Rowan Tree, January 25th, 2023. And on the show tonight, we got a couple discussion things, astrology forecast, Rowan Temple of Light, Pagan Library, and we're going to talk about runes. I had a request in a previous show about the runes, and while I am not well knowledge about the runes, I can give some information. So if you're joining in, then and you see anything, hello Shannon, thank you for joining. I'm not alone. Hi Brenda, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. So I have a couple of discussion things, and like I said, talk about runes. Um, tonight's mug is "You Are Full of Magic," and my oolong tea. All right, so I kind of want to just jump into the runes before we go into discussion. But right now, let me go over astrology forecast. So right now we are officially all direct. Spicy chai tea. Oh, sounds good. Um, so all planets are currently direct, in the moon and the sun are both right now in Aquarius. So that's a lot of that air energy floating around. Um, right now, this weekend, what's coming up is the first quarter moon. Yes, the first quarter moon, and it's actually I'm still learning about astrology, so just kind of bear with me. This is the information that I have, and I wanted to share it with you. Now, the sun is going to be squared the moon. So it is considered kind of like a war on the energies. Now, if you're like me and you understand the sun to be the father, the moon to be the mother, and the stars to be us, the children, then you kind of see this dynamic, the sun versus the moon. Mom and dad's fighting. That's the kind of energy that I'm understanding out of all of this. So how will it affect us? So it's that fussiness in our relationship. So we're going to have some misunderstandings, and um, we're going to be struggling to maintain our stability. Like, we're going to feel at times as though we do not have full control over what our minds are doing. So, because the moon controls emotions, so this is an emotional um, situation that we have on our hands. So, emotions in relationships running high, imagine, okay? Um, so lots of drama, like, and this is, hi Jeffrey. Lots of drama is going to have to be around this. So it's drama with the people that you're close to. But if you can maintain your way through the sun squared moon during the first quarter moon, um, you will have mental clarity, because with this Aquarian energy that we are having right now with both these times, like all of this is happening in Aquarius. We have that drama. It's like just because it's what I work with, it's like this is like a head first, butt straight into shadow work, and you're gonna come out understanding things so much better. You will have gained that mental clarity once you come out of it. So this will last probably about a week. So between now and next Wednesday. All right. So like I said, I wanted to do the runes tonight. And by the way, I want to show off. I don't know if you can see this or not, but my new goddess necklace. Isn't that beautiful? That and something else, what that I am going to show later was sent to me by my newest high priest, my spiritual son. Um, Martin. He lives in Macedonia. So this was a wonderful gift that he gave to me after his elevation. All right, so let's go over some runes. Like I said, I am not fluent in Runish, but here's the bag of runes. So we'll just randomly pull one, and once we go through all of them, we'll do a little reading together, and you can interpret it yourselves. Okay, so first one is, let me look at the chart here because I'm not pulling no punches. I got a chart, I got my notes, that's what I'm looking for. So this is actually the male symbol, and which is the arrow pointing straight up. So Twas. So it is known for the god Tyr, self-sacrifice, and justice. Let me look at my notes and see what it says. Uh, when Tyr held up the universe, the North Star, I lost it. Justice, victory, self-sacrifice, strength, injustice, imbalance, mental um, um, paralysis. So that is all for 12. All right. Next rune up, and I'll try to go through these pretty quickly. Um, uh, so this one is Uraz U R U Z. The horns of the oxen. So strength, courage, vital force, untamed, knowledge, understand. Um, the bad part of it would be blockages, sickness, and ignorance or danger. So imagine that bull energy for that one. Well, so this one is starts with the K. Let me find it again. I'm sorry, you all. Like I said, I don't. I'm not good with runes. Kinaz. So it's for the torch, light, the flame, transformation, divine creation. The negative is disease, breakup, and infidelity. All right, the next one up is Perthro, Perthro. So if you look at it like this, it looks like a dice cup. So that's what it's known for. So life or death, like the womb. Do you see it? Um, Time and truth also can represent stagnant energy and addiction. I hate that stagnant energy in the womb. And yeah, divine. Yeah, it was divine male. Okay, so this is the P. Therese. 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 Okay, so this one is known as Thor's hammer. If you can see Mjolnir in that. Um, Action, protection. I mean, yeah, you'd think Thor's hammer. Those are things that um you would think of. All right. Like I said, I apologize. I am looking these up in my notes that I've had, and I'm not actually seeing this one. Yeah, I'm not seeing this one on my list, so I do not know what that one means. Let's put that one separate. All right, so the two greater than, less than, back to back. That one is Jera, Jera. So it represents, you look like this, that's above, so below, right? So, like heaven and the earth, balance, uh, reward, harvest. So all things together, coming together, are the big R. Radeo, Raidho. So, um, kind of represents journey. Like, I'm trying to think how you would associate this to going on a journey. Ooh, rest, relaxation, recuperation. Yeah, there we go. Oh, this one, the one that I don't know, that one. Ingus. No, it's not in my notes. The other P, this is WUNJO. So this one, the big P stands for what? Pleasure. The big P. So pleasure, joy, purpose, the big P. Fenu, the first one, the one that always starts out with everything. FEHU, wealth, money, and cattle. Like, do you see where that would look like cattle horn? I like trying to like associate them with things. So prosperity, power, same way with the bull. All right. So LAGUS, Lagoos. So sea, lake, and flow. So that one you could imagine a cliff, um, jumping off the cliff into the ocean. I mean, why not? Right? Do that a lot around here in Summersville. Okay, the Bluetooth symbol. Everyone knows this as the Bluetooth symbol. Berkana, Berka. No, Kana. Berkana. Uh, Birch, new beginnings, birth, the big B's. There's a blank one. Most room sets have at least 3 blank ones. All right, so the angled X, not exactly a cross, it's an angled cross. Nauthiz, Nauthis, necessity, constraint, um, like having a need. So imagine that as an in. Uh, so wallow, the S that looks like a lightning bolt. SOWILO stands for the sun in good fortune. I like that. So that's this like the sun card in the tarot deck. All right. So this one is Manaz, Mannaz. So the self, humanity, and culture. So I would view that as, the culture as building a bridge, like looking at that as a bridge. I hope that the associations that I'm making um, help you associate. And okay, this is Othala, Othala, inheritance and home. I mean, look at that. I mean, it looks like a tent, so a place of residence, a home. Isa, the I, capital ISA. stands for stand still or ice or, not moving forward, just kind of stuck where you're at. Algiz, Algiz, self-defense and protection. That is I call this a bind rune of the male and female uh, together. So uh, the self-defense and protection is taking care of everything together. All right. Gebo, Gebo, the X stands for um, the gift. Okay, the downwards F is the Anzus, Ansuz. So this stands for communication or open deity, God, your man who's speaking to you. Where is the message coming from? Ewas, the M, horse, loyalty, and pilgrimage. So going over the mountains. Think of our early ancestors. Whenever they came over, they had to cross over the Appalachian Mountains to journey west. That would be that one. Ethwas. So this is the sideways Z. EIHWAZ represents the U tree, toughness, and stability. So Z, the end. All right. So this is the halfway in. So Haglas, Hagalaz. It looks like an H. Um, Hell, disruption, destructive, and creative forces. So whenever you see this, you can imagine it as like a tornado coming down and walking down the columns of your house. And the last one is Dagas. So this looks like just the hourglass, the tilted hourglass. So day, clarity, and revelation. No, still went through all of that and didn't figure out what that one was. Hmm. I'll have to do a little bit of research and come back to that. All right, let me get this, and we will do a collective reading. If you've been taking notes, you like the keywords, then you can comment in and tell what your um, interpretation is. All right. You hear me taking them up? All right, here we go. The the first one up is Azus. So the one that we said represented God. The downwards F, communication, wisdom. If it's coming from God or your deity, then it must be for divine purpose. It is a message that is coming from you. Okay, so obviously we're about to receive a message. What's the message? This was the Urus, the horns of the oxen that we were talking about. So we had the strength. So courage, untamed, accept knowledge. So the message is do not be afraid to accept knowledge. Knowledge is your strength. And last rune. The first one here, self-sacrifice. So in order to gain this knowledge, you're going to have to make some sacrifices, whether that be financial or that's what I'm getting. It's going to be a financial sacrifice. But it's also going to be time consuming, and you're going to have to figure out if um, how you can go about doing things to make it work. But the divine message says it's clear that you need to follow that path. So if you are looking to further your knowledge or to step into a new path work-wise, then the time for that is now. We are halfway through the show. Uh, so let's jump in here for a quick commercial break and we'll get back to it.
Hi, I'm Dottie the Psychic, and I'm sure you're wondering why I'm not wearing any makeup. Well, one reason is to irritate my social media manager, Asen Knight. Hi, Asen. The other reason is because I like to get to the naked truth about what it means to be a neurodivergent LGBT person with psychic abilities. I've got vlogs, blogs, and podcasts and videos all related to try to live my best life and helping witches and bitches do the same thing. So, you can check all that out and get a reading from Dottie the Psychic at DOTTIEthepsychic.com. Safe travel and much profit to you.
Do you have a cute pet? We know you do. Each week, Tracy Van chooses from submitted photos a featured reader for her Facebook page and provides a tarot reading. Your adorable pet cat, dog, rabbit, goat, chicken, snake, or more could be her next featured reader. Visit tracyvann.com, TracyVann.com, and click Featured Reader to submit. We look forward to seeing your pet next.
Hey everybody, Lady Gwendolyn here, and I am here to tell you how to get in contact with me and a little bit about what I do. I am the High Priestess that works with shadow work to help you grow and heal, and I work with access bars, Reiki, I do power forms. I'm recently getting into crystal healing, sound therapy as well. So you can go to Lady Gwendolyn Healing, that is LadyGwendolynHealing.com. Book your appointment with me. I do in person, I do over the phone, I do over Zoom. We can do that as well. My main goal is to help you grow and heal, because I've been there, I'm still going through it, and let my strength help guide you. See you soon.
Hey everybody, Natalie here from The Pendulum's Path. If you are in need of guidance, direction, spiritual connection, healing, or more, you would come to the right place. I have worked as a psychic and a medium for over 3 years, connecting people from all over the world with their loved ones, giving them insight and guidance into their current situations, their past healings, their blockages, and what they need to know in order for them to have a better future. It would be my absolute honor if you would come to my website at www.thependulumspath.com. Visit my shop. I have a whole bunch of crystals, oils, balms, mystery boxes, and more. And visit my services. I offer 15-minute, 30-minute, and 60-minute sessions. I also have email readings available if you're not comfortable with the one-on-one session with me, or if you just want to try me out. I encourage you to come visit me at the Pendulum's Path, and let's get you back on the right track today.
All right, welcome back, and thank you to all of the ladies that you saw advertised. Wonderful group of women, and very honored to be working with them. Okay, so tonight on Under the Rowan Trees section of our Pagan Library, I pulled out a collection of books that all go together. I think I'm missing maybe one book out of the collection, but it is Christopher Penziak, and these are the Temple of Witchcraft books. If you're not familiar with Christopher Penziak, let me tell you a little bit of background. He is a former cabbage, and he has went on to open up his own Temple of Witchcraft in Salem, New Hampshire, and that's where he teaches, his classes, and that's where we have, his he does his writing, everything. Salem, New Hampshire, Salem, Massachusetts. We need to do something here in Salem, West Virginia, just to get them going, keep up with tradition. But anyway, there are some different the different books are, and you can find all of his information at templeofwitchcraft.org. There is the inner temple of witchcraft, the outer temple of witchcraft, the temple of high witchcraft, and the living temple of witchcraft, and the temple of shamanic witchcraft. Which ones do I have? I have the living temple of witchcraft. We have the temple of high witchcraft, and the temple of shamanic witchcraft. So what ones I do not have is the inner and outer temples, and I would love to have them for my collection. These books are very, very thick. Over 500 pages of information. They go pretty deep. I absolutely love Christopher Penziak, and I think that he is a great teacher. Like right here, Lesson 13 in Initiation of High Witchcraft. So once you've kind of gotten to where every book you pick up, it feels like you've learned everything that's in there, it's time to go into high witchcraft. There is a bornless ritual to kind of help with the rebirth process, magical names and personal sigils section, so that you can evaluate your identity, your name, your personality. You can finally, once you cross that threshold where you feel like you have been born again, you can totally be free and be yourself. And right here, they showed an example. This is actually Aleister Crowley's personal sigil. So I'm going to share that with you. There. So this one is titled The Temple of High Witchcraft, Ceremonies, Spheres, the Witches, Kabbalah. So I had it marked, and ironically, it's only marked in like chapter 1. So it's actually talking about the tarot cards a little bit. It talking about the Magi and the Magician and the High Priestess cards. So that's kind of where I stopped. There's a lot of history. I mean, seriously, chapter 1 is the Magician and the Witch. But this is the Temple of High Witchcraft. Some of the the Kabbalistic cross, intention vow, rising on the plains, lesser banishing ritual of the pentagram, making holy water, elemental earth journey, seeking the stone of sovereignty, circulation of the body of light, path working. It talks a lot about path working. Ritual of the rosy cross. And like I said, he talks a lot about path working, and I will let you all go into it. But he has like, these are all exercises that he has. Okay, so that is in High Witchcraft. And the Living Temple, Volume 1 is the Descent into the Goddess. And there is diagrams and stories, the different, paths and what you must go through, witchcraft as a mystery school. Okay, the 7 chakras as 7 temples of initiation. Following that path, you can work that as well. There is a lot of information, and there are even like charts in the back for you to reference. And there is so much, like Witchcraft 3 weekend intensive class syllabus. So it outlines how you should study the book, how you should advance. So it goes into great detail. And the last book that I have now, Christopher Penziak, I have other books of his as well. There is the Witch's Shield, which at one time I think we had at least 2 copies here. If you had a copy of it, it originally came with a CD, and there was on the CD him going through the lesser banishing rituals. Which was really great for you to learn, to have someone to go along with. The Temple of Shamanic Witchcraft, Shadows, Spirits, and the Healing Journey. This is getting into healing and working with energies and the shadow side. I never considered myself to be a shaman. I just consider myself to be a healer. But like I said, here is an exercise called the World Tree Within, and it is you and like connecting with the world tree, and getting that breathing level together, yourself. Like I said, there are diagrams in here. Um, they are ogums. All the ogum alphabet is in here as well. Shadow rituals, preparing for shadow work. I may have to take some information from here and work it into some videos for us to go with, since I am I, since I'm a shadow practitioner. I completely forgot about all of that. So yeah, I guess Christopher Penziak was like, "Hey, you need to study me again." But that is the templeofwitchcraft.org, Christopher Penziak. All right, so I got inspired because Mara Starling had written a fabulous post about how our goddesses are representatives of um, like damsels in distress, basically. And it caused a little bit of an uproar with people, but you know what? It happens. So I thought that I would gather up all of my goddess statues that I have current access to, and I would go over them with you and talk about who they are. So this is what we're going to do for the remainder. I am not doing any magic tonight. I do apologize. Next Wednesday is in bulk, so you will definitely have some magic then. Okay, so first one that I want to talk about, this goddess, and I did search for her, but I could not find anything about her. I kind of get the feeling that she's Egyptian. This is made out of iron, like wrought iron, and she is obviously holding a harvest basket. Let's see, there she is. Yeah. So she is my primary goddess. She's got some weight to her too. So, but she is a representation of uh, a harvest goddess. If you look, if you could see her face, I could get it clear. Like her face kind of looks a little bit like Beth, and so like I said, she does kind of give me Egyptian vibes, or Kemetic vibes, but she is my goddess of harvest. And since I was born right around Mabon, or Mabon, um, she is my initial representation of my goddess representation. She goes everywhere. The other one, and she stands taller than everyone. This one I got from my grandmother as well. And you may have seen her in past episodes of Pagan Day of Prayer. or other things like that. But here she is. No, she gives off Greek Roman vibes. Um, so but I can't find her anywhere. Like I've tried to like Google Lens her and look her up, and I can't find her anywhere. But considering she, is separating her her dress, then I kind of feel that she's got Aphrodite vibes. Um, but the Venus. Um, but I also associate her with Athena as well, because I feel as though Athena could be strong and sexy, and um, because the arms look pretty strong to me. So I kind of use her as a representation of it. Now, most of you all have seen these. Uh, the the maiden, the mother, and the crone. So there's the maiden, there's the mother, and there's the crone. So, um, I mean, there's like trees on the back, so it's beautifully designed. I do use this as a representation of the triple goddess as well. Yes, I love this one. Um, Now, if I do light a candle in there, I will, talk to the candle and speak my intention into it, and then put the candle in there, and I say, "All right, ladies, do with what thou wilt." And if it burns, then I take it as they wanted it to happen. And if it burns out and the wick disappears, then they didn't bless it. It was not a good sign. So I did have that happen, and I'm like, all right, I know the answer, I know the response. All right. So an- another one that you all are familiar with, and like I said, on my necklace. Oh yeah. Um, the spiral goddess. Let me get it to where you can see it. The spiral on her belly. Yeah, you can see it. Okay. So the spiral goddess is representation of, that's the womb, sexual energy, relationships, evolving, life-giving energy. So if you need something that needs to have that harmony, yeah, that desire, that birthing energy, then you use the spiral goddess for that purpose. All right, now I'm gonna share my special gift with you guys. Saved it for last because I was so honored. Okay, so like I said, my spiritual son in Macedonia is, we elevated him to high priest. He is, um, in his area, he is one of very few pagans, and he is very outspoken about it in a predominantly Christian area, um, kind of like here in West Virginia. But he's alone, and um, so he's leading the fight. He is an herbologist and well, an herbalist, and has written a book. Um, if it ever gets translated into English, you can bet that I will be sharing it out. Um, I do have a copy of it, but it's in his native language. I can't read it, but I've seen his interviews, and he carried himself so well. I was so proud. But anyway, he sent me the necklace, and he sent me the Macedonian goddess. Um, this is Magna Mater. And for those of you who have ever seen her before, I have seen her before. So this area is a representation of the home. This is a representation of the home. You would put your herbs, your incense, and stuff like that in there. I mean, you see, she's a chimney, and that those herbs are those offerings to her. So she is situated on top the hearth. We can see it. She is sitting on top. As a representation of rising up, overseeing the home. Um, you do see that she does have breasts and a face. I guess at the top is it's like a chimney area. You can see the holes like right there. Um, so she has been sitting on my altar ever since I got her, and I have to take her around because she is, um, representation of the home. So I have to give her a tour, and I need to give her an offering. So I got to look up that, what I could give her as an offering, and then let her tell me where she wants to be placed. Most of the time, she is situated, and I'm going to set this down because she's all of them are made out of clay. Um, she is the mother figure. She was the goddess of whenever women were seen the same as the earth. Whenever women were regarded as sacred, the life givers. Um, so she dates back to like 8,000 years ago, a pretty long time, and her representations are only found in the Macedonia area. But as his spiritual mother, he wanted to share that with me, and it was an absolute blessing, and it brought so much wonder and happiness to my life and everything. So I'm blessed to have her, and um, so I will be working with her. So I don't know if she's going to want to be on my altar, if she's going to want to be above the fireplace here behind me, or where. But I'm looking forward to her letting me know. And as soon as I know where she wants to go, I will let you know. All right, everybody. So since we don't have any magic to do tonight, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. We've been here for an hour anyway, and I love you guys so much. I appreciate you sticking it out with me. Next Wednesday, is our last under the Rowan tree. We will be celebrating Imbolc. So join in for that and see what kind of magic and conversation we want to have. And you I can't have an Imbolc special without talking about bridges. So we'll see. Um, and then after that, on February the 8th, is the Under the Rowan Tree will be no more. We will be shifting into Divination Night Season 3 programming. And the first episode will be West Virginia Psychic. So I will be joined by Ace and Knight, Dottie the Psychic, and Natalie of the Pendulum's Path. I'm really excited for that. I do have a fantastic lineup of international readers and psychics and mediums this year on Divination Night. So join us. I think I have about 7 episodes this season ready for you. Um, so come in and meet these new people. And I had no idea until I booked them. 2 of them are from West Virginia. So really excited about that, finding new people close at hand. So, with that being said, thank you all so very, very much for your love and support. Um, and I will see you next week for Imbolc. Good night.